I'm Tony, and today we are going to make a three-dimensional D6. If you don't have this together already, and if you don't have the pattern, I've listed it down below. So my pattern does include all of the templates for the papers as well as the fabrics, so you can get started. Now, once you've got your D6 looking like this, then follow along and let's put it together. Now your D6, like I said, should look like this. So we're going to flip it to the other side. And how this one goes together is it just folds up like this, and this pops over like that. So what I'm going to do is just sew together each of these sides here. We're going to have it just like this. And then I'm going to sew together those sides right there. And then I will sew together here and here, and then leave this part open. So if you did not watch my D4 video, make sure before you start doing it, you peel away all of these edges. So that edge should be fine. If the edge goes over top like this, where there's a chance that you can see that inside of your stitching, you want to make sure you take that and just fold it away a bit. That way, whenever you're stitching, you can take this and kind of tuck it in just like that. You want to take this and just tuck that in there so that you can stitch around it. Do not stitch through your flippy flappies. You want to make sure that those are peeled away so that you can stitch around them, just like that. And then once you've done that, all right, so this one, let me do this one. This one's got some flippy flappies on it. Perfect. Once you've done that, you can start sewing. So I like to put my my magnets or my clips on the end. Make sure the very first stitch that you go under, just like this. That way you can take that tail and tuck that tail inside, and then that way you will not see it. Come here, tail. There we are. I had to grab it from the inside in order to get that. And then once you've got that, then make sure you're skipping your flippy flappy, like I said, whenever you are hitting that stitch. And then you're just going down the edge. Now you are going to be able to see these stitches. So you can see these stitches. So make sure that you match your thread to your fabric, unless you really want the stitches to stand out. Match your thread, and then that way, just like I have done, I've matched it, that way you don't see them after you're finished, because these are stitches on the outside, so you are going to see all of these stitches. And then you just work your way down. Now whenever I've finished this line, I'm going to knot it off, and then I'm going to work on the other sides. Like I said, I'm going to do this one, I'm going to bring these all the way up, and then I'm going to flip this down. I'm going to sew here to here, and then I'll stop and I'll show you what to do with this last one. Now when you have the main body finished and it's time to put that lid on, it can be a little hard to finagle to get this stitched. Feel free to fold it a little bit, just like this, because we're going to be putting some polyfill in here to give it more structure again. So I'm just going to pop my, oh, there we go, my clip on the end, just like, oops, get on there, see what I mean? It's a little difficult. And then you can just take this and slide it in. Remember, skipping the flippy flappies so that whenever you sew it closed, they're hidden in there. And then move all the way down. And then I will show you. Do not sew this part together. So I'm going to come through here, just two, and then I will come back and I'll show you how to fill it up and finish it off. Now at this point, every single side has been sewn together, except for this one right here. Now you notice how some of them are kind of popped in, lost their shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my fingers in here and open this up so it looks like it's a hungry mouth. It's Pac-Man. And I'm going to take my polyfill, and we're just gonna stuff some polyfill in here. And we're gonna put enough polyfill in here so that it starts to pop the shape out and it keeps its form. There we go. I can get a little bit more in there. All right, once you're happy, you know what, yeah, I can get some more in. With this one, because it's a cube, I may want a little bit more polyfill than I put in the others, just to keep those edges. So we want to make sure we can use it right. There we are. All right, I think I'm happy with the shape. I think I'm happy with how it is. And I'm going to close it off. So now I can take my tweezers, pop that in, and finish off this edge. So just like the others, I'm just going to sew straight down. Of course, I'm going to start with a little bit of a knot right here in order to secure it, to make sure it's not going anywhere. And then I'm going to just sew straight down the edge. And then when I get to the end, oops, I will knot it off again right here. And then whenever I trim my thread a little bit, because you'll have to trim your thread, leave enough of a tail, so a little tiny bit of a tail, so it's not going to get sucked back in and then your stitches come undone. But of course you want to make it tight enough so it's not really noticeable. And that is how you make a three-dimensional D6 using English paper piecing. And there it is. There is my D6 that I made. All right, let's roll it. Let's test it. All right, we got a 6. Oops, that fell off. 3. And that one was a 4. Let's see if I can get another one. A 2. All right, so that is a balanced dice. So I put just the right amount of polyfill in there to bring it out. And of course, if you turned it into an ornament, wherever that corner you added that in, it'll hang from there. Of course, on your tree or wherever else you hang it. And that is how you make a D6. That turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with that. And yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, all the links I talked about are down below. Don't forget to follow my YouTube as well as X, Facebook, my Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group, Instagram, and I stream live on Twitch. So if you want to chat with me live while I'm streaming, put my schedules on Mondays for my live stream as well as my travel schedule if you want to come and see me in person as well. Thank you.